This podcast is intended for mature audiences. It contains strong language and adult themes. Listener discretion is advised. You're listening to Batman Unburied.
You have questions.
Well, that's kind of a big bomb you just dropped. You think Bruce Wayne is Batman?
Don't worry, Miss Gordon. They don't record anything on this level of Arkham. Actually, you can thank your father for that. Sometimes he would bring the Batman to these little tete-a-tetes. So many inadmissible conversations. If only these padded walls could talk, Barbara.
Even if you were right, you've known for how long? And you haven't told a soul?
A riddle that everyone knows the answer to is worthless.
That's quite the pathology you've got there.
You're a detective. You don't get anything out of it? The thrill of the answer?
On some level, I suppose. I used to work at a library. I wrote a lot of books. But I had this thing. Whenever I'd pull a book off the shelves, I'd always flip to the end and read the last page first.
Oh God, shameless attempt to establish a rapport.
But we already have a rapport.
We so have a rapport, Barbara.
You stabbed my father.
You want to hurt me, huh?
I sure do.
Then I'm thankful for the inch of glass between us. There's more to it, you know. To what happened with the commissioner. And you know it, don't you? That's why you're here.
I'm here to find Bruce.
No plea, said I, can well excuse such cowardice in you. For ghosts can visit when they choose, whereas we humans can't refuse to grant the interview.
Thank you, Jervis! I'll take it from here.
You'll have to excuse Tetch. All those mind control hats have driven him, well, mad is a bit on the nose.
We're all mad here.
You were always smart. Too smart to be a police. I understand why some people choose the Gotham PD. This is Gotham. We're all ganged up in one way or another. We all fly our colors. My gang wore green. Your gang wears blue.
You look better in Arkham Grays.
Still, it's not just the people in here who hated James Gordon. He stood against corruption. He asked too many questions. People don't like it when you ask too many questions. I should know.
You still haven't answered mine. You sent me a riddle. Why?
Because I'm the only other person in Gotham who believes Bruce Wayne is alive.
No, that's not it, and this is a waste of time. I'm out of here.
Wait! The Harvester. I hear he's been sending messages to the police. The police have them, but they haven't been made public.
And?
Barbara, cryptic letters? That's my shtick.
Really? All this for professional jealousy?
You doubt my motives.
Always. But that doesn't mean you can't help me.
Right again? Batman must have been looking for the Harvester. If he disappeared in the process, I'm willing to bet that's no coincidence. So, if we do this, you get to find Bruce Wayne, and I get to stop the crude pretender in his letter campaign. I can help you. Really. Ask the doctors. I'm up for parole. Good behavior.
You're not reformed. You've been spoofing the assessor's tests. Faking good.
Faking? I'm actually very rude to the assessors when they talk to me.
Of course you are. You can't treat them well. They look for inconsistent conduct, which means you have to be a 24/7 asshole.
Have you ever taken any of their tests? The whole thing's a sham.
But you pass.
With flying colors.
Do you think that means you're sound of mind?
Genuinely. I'm not sure. I'm a very good test taker, though.
That actually sounded honest.
We're wasting time.
You haven't even asked for anything. It can't just be about the letters.
Well, I presumed you would help me with my parole.
And you have that terrible all-consuming pathology which compels you to find answers.
And I have that terrible all-consuming pathology that can't find answers. Yes.
You're gonna do just fine.
One thing. I'm not scheduled for another parole hearing for another 2 months. How do you plan to get me out of here?
Right, that.
What are you doing?
I am preparing forms indicating your release into police custody. Into my custody. On a consulting basis.
If I'm not mistaken, Barbara, that would require a few important signatures. Not the least of which, your commissioner.
I've already got that.
You forged it?
Photoshopped. Commissioner signs all my checks.
But detective, that sounds unethical and illegal.
Edward Nigma, also known as Edward Ashton, alias the Riddler, is officially released into temporary GCPD custody.
Hi, Warden Sharp.
Nigma.
Warden, can I talk to you for a second? Privately, please? Hey, look, if you're not comfortable with this arrangement...
It's not about comfort. Your paperwork is in order. Nigma is consulting on your department's investigation into the Harvester murders. And out of respect for your father, I am not looking too closely at how exactly you made that paperwork appear so quickly. But don't expect me to like it.
I haven't done anything wrong, okay? You've known me my whole life.
Exactly why I should be stopping you. How can you stand here with that man after what he did to Jim? Does Jim even know?
Warden,
Actually, don't answer that. When this goes bad, and it will go bad. It's on your head, not mine.
Noted. Hey, Nigma. You ready to leave the land of Velcro shoes? Welcome to Wayne Manor. What the hell is going on? God, it's a zoo out there.
Look, Babs, as much as I love the display here, I'm not so sure it's a good look for tomorrow's tabloids to have pictures of the Riddler showing up at Wayne
You
Manor.
know what? Just put on this hoodie and follow me. There's another gate around the corner.
And what's this gate for? Oh, this is where he smuggles the women in, isn't it?
Through here. Go.
Oh, and you know about this entrance? You and he?
What? No.
Oh, calm down. Or I'll start thinking the lady protests too much. I've actually always wondered. The supermodels, all of that. Is that part of the elaborate cover? Or does he actually really enjoy it?
Definitely just a cover. It's hard to imagine, isn't it? Ace, it's me, baby. Hi, buddy. Hi. Alfred. Hi, Mr. Alfred.
It's very good to see you, dear. But I can't see the stake.
He's here to help.
It's Mr. Nigma.
Pleasure.
I'm Alfred Pennyworth, and you can just refrain from whatever inane riddle about coinage I can see you spooling up.
Alfred, I don't think Bruce is dead.
Of course he's not.
Oh,
Come inside. Seems like a lot to talk about. I've blazed something of a trail between the condolence flowers, but watch your step.
thanks. Come on, Ace.
Ace only takes German commands. Poof! And you, Mr. Nigma.
Good to meet you too, Ace.
Kettle's on.
Perfect, thanks. Enigma's set up in the other room. Don't worry, Ace is watching him.
You told him I keep an inventory of every item in the house, yes?
He's not gonna rob you. Well, probably not.
Now then, tell me what the Riddler is doing in my home.
Alfred, he knows. He knows everything. I didn't tell him, he just knew.
I see.
And I think he can help us.
Well, he's intelligent, but he certainly thinks like a criminal.
Yeah, and Bruce would hate the idea.
Well, he's not here, is he? And I'll do whatever's required to bring him back.
I thought I was alone. In believing he was alive, How are you, Alfred?
We are doing our best. Ace is mostly waits at that window for Master Bruce. He's lost his appetite. He's diminished. But we will not give up hope.
It's difficult.
You know so little of my culture.
Did Bruce give you any indication? Any clue? It might not even seem important, but anything might help.
Bruce has not quite been himself. Your note, I'm availing myself of the present tense.
What was wrong with him?
There was a time when any moment outside the cowl he spent at the office, or at parties, galas, the club. Bruce Wayne, playboy of the Western world. Most of it was only for appearances, but it occupied him.
Most of it was for appearances, meaning you think some of the relationships are real?
I really had genuine affection for Miss Vicky Vale. Most of that. I think it might have been falling in love. But for weeks now, Bruce has cancelled his engagements, even with her. Shrunk from it all. His responsibilities, his name. He even pulled away from me. And that has never happened.
Was it about the Harvester?
No. He always retreats near the anniversary of his parents' passing. But this year, he missed it.
Missed it? Really?
Every year he visits the alley where it happened, and he leaves flowers for his mother and father, but somehow, this year, the dates slipped by without his noticing. Shortly after, he stopped seeing Miss Vale. I used to feel that I could measure his loneliness and how surrounded he was. Even if they were never truly close to him, he always had people to remove all that insulation so suddenly. That worried me.
We will find him, Alfred. I promise.
Am I interrupting?
Yes,
I don't care. I need to see Bruce's last project.
I can arrange that. Wait here. Through here.
Ooh, secret passage. You do have some.
Yes, we do. Welcome to the Batcave.
God in heaven. This place is that a giant T-Rex?
Souvenir from an early mission.
And the big old penny? That's your namesake, I take it?
What did I say about coinage and riddles?
That wasn't a riddle, it was a joke.
We like those even less. Master Bruce tends to hoard things, dangerous items, kept out of the hands of criminals. Speaking of which, the bones in one's hand are small and extremely fragile, and should you touch anything, Mr. Enigma, I will be delighted to illustrate that point for you. Here is his computer.
May I?
Shall I remind you about the broken hands thing?
Okay. You can watch my every move, but you need to let me use the computer, and soon. first 72 hours are vital in a missing persons case. So why don't we see what your Cape Crusader was working on before he disappeared?
He's investigating the Harvester murders, but I have no idea where he left off.
Okay, alright, he's got a subfolder here. Vicky Vale. As in the news anchor?
Master Bruce was seeing.
What's the connection?
Click there. High-resolution photos of the letters sent by the killer.
Addressed to Vicky Vale?
You didn't know?
No. The department has access to the letters, but we never made them public, and no one ever told me that the killer had sent copies to Vale. Why didn't anyone tell me?
Seems they don't trust you over much. I guess a badge isn't the only requirement for membership in their clubhouse.
Okay, forget it. Just look at the letters. This is what you wanted, right?
I am a man, I am a man, I am a man. Lungs, either side of breastbone. Primary respiratory organs, protected by Happy, son of Horus. These can repair me. So sorry to take them, Mom. So sorry.
He feels the organs will fix him. My future is set. I am killed. I am torn. From 42 pieces, I am built and reborn. Who am I?
Wait, is that in the letters?
No, that's me. Old habits. Well, that's my point. There's no riddle in here. No code. No cipher. There's something off about this whole thing.
It's Osiris, by the way. With the answer to your riddle.
Smart man.
The letters were authenticated. He knew details of the crimes we never released.
Well, I'm sure it's real. It's wrong somehow. I can't put my finger on
Either way, it might be time for you to call on Miss Vale.
Alright, Detective Gordon, this is the Gotham News Tonight control room. All of the feeds get recorded here. Looks like we're about to go to commercial, so take you to the women's dressing room. It's just through here. And as soon as she's done, you'll have a few minutes before we're back on air. Oh, do you need coffee or anything? I know where the good coffee is.
I'm good, thanks.
Okay then, Detective Gordon, and... Hey, I never got your name.
I didn't give it.
Alrighty. Well, you're all set.
Barbara, can I tell you something? I have never been this close to a broadcast I wasn't hijacking. This is very special for me.
Detective Gordon.
Miss Vale, good to meet you.
And your friend is... Are you Edward Nigma?
Vicky Vale, pleasure to...
He's consulting with the department on this.
I'm not sure I understand, but all right. Do you want to sit down?
Thank you. I want to talk to you about the letters you've been receiving.
I already spoke to the police.
I know, but do you think there might be a connection between the letters and Bruce Wayne's death?
What kind of connection? Bruce died in a plane crash.
And you didn't even question it for a moment? Aren't you a reporter?
Hey,
Who, what, when, where, why? Isn't that your bread and butter?
Nigma. I'm sorry to ask this. We're just chasing down every lead. Do you think the man writing you letters might have had a similar fascination with Bruce Wayne? Because of your relationship?
There was no relationship. Bruce and I broke up almost 4 weeks ago.
Oh, can I ask you why?
I don't know. He was pushing everyone away. He stopped going to the office, he stopped partying. I mean, I didn't mind that. He made time for us. Did you know he used to take me on picnics in Grant Park? Richest man in Gotham, and he'd hand make our sandwiches. But then he stopped seeing me too. All at once, he missed a call here, an unanswered text there. He was adrift. But then the letters started coming. Addressed to me, and Bruce is a good person. He He came to see me and make sure I was okay. He had his people upgrade the security at my apartment. He left me his own bodyguards.
Ms. Vale, you're back on in 2.
Thank you. I'll be ready.
I know this isn't easy. I know this can be hard.
It's okay. It's, When I got this job and moved here, the first thing that came out of my boss's mouth wasn't a congratulations, it was a warning. She said, Gotham is a place where every urban legend is true. There really are crocodiles in the sewers, and there really is poison in the water mains, and there really are clowns who are trying to kill you. She told me if I ever felt threatened, if the little hairs stood up on the back of my neck, that I should run. But even when the letter started, I couldn't leave. Bruce, he tried to make me feel safe. A new letter had come in that week, and I was scared. I was jumping in shadows. Bruce asked if I would feel better if he slipped over. He didn't want to get back together or anything. I know that. He came over and he slept on the couch. And by the time I woke up the next morning, he was gone. That was the last time I saw him. Later in the day, I got a call that he'd taken his plane up and there'd been an accident.
Ms. Vale, they're ready for you.
Yep, I'm good. We're about to go live, Detective. I should go. Wish I could be more help.
Of course. Thank you. Again. All right, Eddie. If you have something, tell me.
Well, when you send messages like the ones the Harvester sent, there's a desired outcome. The letter is meant to exert a force on the outside world, but the Harvester's letters never made it to the media. They didn't increase his notoriety. There's no code hidden in them. They hardly qualify as a manifesto, so they're not much of an ego boost. They could be love letters, I suppose, but they don't mention Miss Vale beyond the salutation. As far as I can see, they exert only one force and have only one outcome.
They scared Vicky.
Yes. And what do scared people do, Barbara?
They up their security.
Very good. Wayne was taken after the new security was put in place at Vale's apartment. I know it. Vicky was a means to an end. She provided access to Bruce Wayne.
Bruce's security firm is vetted like you wouldn't believe. There's just no way.
Oh, and yet...
You can't know this.
When I'm in your arms, I have an angle. When I am held, I flail. When you take me to pasture, I prop and prod. When you catch me, I post bail. What am I? If you need a minute, we can...
You're a crook. Crook of the elbow, crook and flail like the pharaohs carried, a shepherd's crook which you take out to pasture, and is the shape of a question mark, incidentally, and a criminal, which you are.
Which I am. And that's how I know they took him from Vale's apartment, Detective Gordon. It's what I would have done.
Alfred?
I contacted Master Bruce's security firm and made something of a discovery. The man who installed Miss Vale's new security system was Stevens, Lucas Stevens. And he's not reported to work since.
You think he did it?
No, I betted the man myself. He's trustworthy. But someone might have taken his place.
Huh. Did any cameras in the building pick up the installation?
I'm afraid not. I took the liberty of going through them. No clear picture of the installation man once he enters. Could be a coincidence, or it could be a remarkable skill for avoiding surveillance.
Got it. We're here, number 1013, Vicky's apartment. You good to enter?
I've overridden the security. You'll have a few minutes yourself, but then I suggest you leave the premises.
Thanks, Alfred. Hey, Nigma, gloves. I just don't know how it makes sense. The kidnapper might have known he was actually grabbing Batman, and he might not have, but no matter how prepared they were, Bruce is still Bruce.
So the question is, how does someone get the drop on Batman?
Well, you brought us here, and you're supposed to be the genius, so how about you tell me?
I'm not a genius. Not really.
You know, humility really doesn't suit you.
Oh, it's not humility. I know this. I have a singular mind. I won't argue with that. But I know great minds, thinkers, people who change the world. That's not what I have.
What do you have?
Talent, detective. Talent isn't just intelligence. It's expression. It's application of your mind. Riddles aren't just math problems. They're art.
I think I know what draws you to riddles. They usually end with you asking, who am I? Or what am I? And you're not sure what you are ya?
You really are going to have to tell me why the hell you became a cop, Barbara Gordon.
Just keep looking. Wait a second. Vicky said when she woke up, Bruce was gone. So she slept through a kidnapping? That doesn't seem likely. Unless...
She was drugged.
She must have been. And Bruce, in spite of his best efforts, is human. He eats, he sleeps.
And he breathes. The vents.
Looks like they put up a new camera right up here next to the vent. Someone cleaned them. Recently. Huh. That's how. Bad guy switches places with security installation man. Installs maybe a time-release gas, something like that. Comes back when Bruce and Vicky are passed out. So how do we find out where they went? I mean, if Wayne was sleeping on the couch, he would have been taken this way, through the kitchen.
Look at the knife block. The big one's upside down. Here.
Nigma.
What?
Put the knife down.
I'm wearing gloves.
Put it down slowly.
I'm not threatening you. This is evidence. There will be prints on this knife. Think, Gordon. The killer is a blunt instrument. This was a sophisticated kidnapping. At the end of the day, your harvester is a man who cuts the organs out of people. I think someone is running him and tried to make him do something beyond his programming. It would have been hard for him to do this without bloodshed. He was dragging Wayne out of the room, but he stopped here. He saw the knife. He couldn't resist it. He grabbed it in spite of himself. He thought about gutting Wayne, but maybe failed to. But he resisted the urge. And he put the knife back in a hurry.
It's a leap.
Yes, but I know a little something about compulsion.
I guess you do. I'm gonna need some scotch tape and talcum powder.
You're serious?
Fingerprints are a classic, so we're gonna pull them with a classic.
Montoya.
Renee, it's Barbara.
Babs, where are you?
Don't worry, I'm okay. I need a favor.
They told me that you're working with the Riddler. I got Flask over here asking questions. That idiot is on the warpath. Yo, is this still about Wayne?
The less you ask, the safer you are. Just please trust me that I'm not doing anything wrong.
What do you want?
I need you to run some prints I pulled from the knife. That's all. I promise.
Yeah, that's all. Because after this, I can't keep helping you. Barbs, I just can't.
I get it. Sending the prints now. The harvester's name is Cornelius Stirk, former patient at Gerald Diggs' Arkham. Did you know him?
A little. He was troubled, but I never thought he would be capable of all this.
Yeah. He never killed anyone before now. Doctors put him on meds and released him. Alfred got us a trace on Stirk's phone. Last ping was upstate in the middle of the forest, then abruptly the cell towers lose it.
They went underground. There are old mines up there.
My thoughts exactly. And that's where we're headed. I called the precinct for backup, so they'll be meeting us up here at that rest stop. We'll go in force, get Wayne.
If he's still alive.
I'm pulling over. There's the cavalry. Keep your hands on the dash while I talk to them. Shit!
Damn it! They're boxing us in!
What the? You let me go! Get the hell off of me!
Hey! Easy
Hey!
now, easy
Hey, you
now.
leave him alone!
I heard you signed him out of Arkham, but wow. Seeing is believing.
Flash, what are you doing? I need your help, okay? The Harvester has Bruce Wayne. We can still save him.
You know how many of my friends have died trying to put away assholes like this?
Detective?
Barbara Gordon. You rode in here on your high horse with your dad's name and all that special treatment. And instead of doing something with it, you played around with internal affairs. You informed on us, and you watched us, and you spent all your time trying to bag the guys who were out there protecting you, protecting everyone. Talking about our methods, acting like you were the last honest cop in Gotham. And now, after all that, Barbara, you're working with this psycho who used to dress up like a fucking cereal mascot and hurt people. I helped put this bastard away. And you are not undoing that. You are not undoing what I did! All this time, I've been looking for an excuse, just a foot out of line, and lo and behold, ha, you gave it to me. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna hurt him now. We're gonna hurt him very bad. And you're gonna watch.
Shit! Broke my fucking nose!
Flash! Flash, put that gun down.
I will squeeze the trigger, Bab. Don't you fucking move! Go on, boys.
No, Flash, you're taking this too far.
You're gonna watch us hurt him, Babs. And you're gonna know that is your final warning. You're gonna get the hell out of Gotham, or we're gonna do this to you.
Hey, Eddie, look at me. It's okay. We're gonna fix you, okay? We're gonna fix this. Come on. Yeah, good walk. Just lean on me, okay? Almost there.
What kind of big belly burger can I take you?
Where's your bathroom?
Oh, what happened to him?
Where?
Should I call the police?
I am the police. Hold still. Hold the ice on it. The swelling's making it look worse than it is. Oh, boy. Okay. So I'm gonna just clean this up, okay? Just...
Ah!
Don't be a baby. Oh, this is...
Easy.
No, I have to get you to the hospital.
You can't waste any more time. I'll see it through.
Fine. This is just a butterfly stitch. Until we can sew you up.
I'll be fine. It's all right. I'm used to it. I am a crook, Barbara.
Still, you deserve better than this.
There is something you can do for me.
Yeah, what's that?
Tell me why you put the badge on. You're not like them. Tell me why you did it.
When I was, maybe 7, my dad had a day off, and he didn't get those often, so I thought, okay, now he's gonna play with me, and it's just gonna be me and Dad. But he was too exhausted to even move. He was just sitting there watching the Knights game, and they scored, and he didn't even cheer. It was just kind of washing over him. When you're a kid, you don't even understand that kind of tired. I got mad at him, and I went upstairs, and I opened his closet where I knew I wasn't supposed to go. and I opened the safe. I'd seen him do it so many times, I learned the combination without even trying. I'd never been brave enough to go in there. It was where he kept his gun. GCPD, standard issue sidearm, was probably a Glock even then, but this was an old school .38 revolver. Gary Cooper, 6-shooter, the whole deal, and it was heavy and cold. But mostly I remember how scratchy the grip was. I pointed it at the mirror, and the second I did, I heard Dad's voice. Like the voice of God. Put it down. I froze, man. I was scared as shit. He took it out of my hands. I had never heard him talk like that. Ever.
He was probably more frightened than you were.
It didn't feel like it then. I told him I wanted to be a policewoman. So I can help him. So he can come home more, and he got very calm and very quiet, and he told me I was brilliant and strong and powerful. And I was his little girl, and I could be anything I wanted to be when I grew up. Anything in the whole world. Except a cop.
What changed?
He spent 12 years after that trying to root out corruption in the department. 12 years trying to fix the system, but he found out the cops were worse than half the criminals they were bringing in and twice as organized. And they didn't like that he was working with the Batman. And then I came home from college one summer, and Mom and me got a call. You had stabbed him.
I am sorry. Truly.
Yeah.
And after? He was injured, but he didn't have to retire.
You hit him in the kidney. He was never the same. He started drinking too much, and he and my mom got a divorce, so...
So you became a cop, and you carry his gun, the good old Gary Cooper 6-shooter. You want to finish what he started.
Yes, I do. Something else happened that day, and you know what it was.
If we survive this, maybe I will tell you.
Well, we should go. Can you stand? All right. Come on. Up.
Okay. Barbara, where is your flashlight? I can't see a damn thing.
Your eyes will adjust. Just the lines up ahead.
Ah, yes. And us with no backup. In one injured party. You know, if we have to run, I'll just slow you down.
Well, how bad's the leg?
Let's just say it's a good thing I ran around with that cane back in the day. Glad I had good practice.
Wait. Enigma, don't move.
Ah, I didn't see that. I told you we needed a flashlight.
Proximity alert. Someone's on site. 2 of them. On foot.
They're coming for him.
What do we do?
Boss is almost done. Then we kill Bruce Wayne.